Hey y'all, caveman. Today I'm going to be reading the 12th episode of Watashi ni Tenshi ga Maiorita. And I gotta say, this episode was by far the best Watashi ni Tenshi ga Maiorita episode. And no, it wasn't because it was the funniest episode of the series. While this episode was funny, and there were other funnier episodes in the show, this episode was by far the best because of the character standpoint. Because I gotta give props to the writing staff. They finally turned Miyako into a hell of a likable character, and I'd say they turned her into the show's strongest asset, which colored me surprised because in the first episode, Miyako wasn't really, I could say, the show's strongest character by far. But I like how as the series progressed, they've made her Miyako into like a really, really strong character. Because for one, I like how now in this episode it shows her willing to tackle on new challenges. Because I like the little scene at the end where she's like, you can tell she enjoyed this festival and she even is going to consider in the future going to the festival in her university. So, you know what, I kind of like that kind of stuff because it shows you how much of a long way she's come, because she's went from other people forcing her to do social activities to Miyako finally considering doing these stuff herself without having to have someone pushing her towards that. So I like how now she's considering these possibilities on her own. And it was also nice to see, and I like how even Hana noticed it, that if this was for the Miyako from earlier, she would have probably just ran away instead of greeting the kids and shaking their hands. So I also love that kind of stuff too. It shows you again the progression of Miyako's character. She's now being less scared of being in situations where she has to do social interactions, and I freaking love that, to see that kind of character progression. So that's why I thought it was an amazing episode from that standpoint, because they finally, I think in my opinion, they've made Miyako the most likable character in the show. Never thought I'd say that after the first episode, but 12 episodes in, her characters won me over. And as for everyone else from a character standpoint, it was nice to finally get to see Hana acknowledge some of the good sides of Miyako when they're both talking, and how she gave Miyako credit for not running away from the start, but then she's like, but you did run away, and then she got guided Miyako towards finishing off interacting with the other schoolmates in Hinata, Hana's, and Noah's class. So that was also another sweet scene too. I loved it. And what I also liked about this episode was the play itself from a story standpoint, because I like how the story writers didn't necessarily follow logic all the way, which is nice, because in a play you can pretty much make it anything you want to be. And for a kid's play, I like how he purposely put in holes that would make you say, wait, what? But in a good way though. Because there were sequences where they mentioned during the play, in the play plot, that Hana's character, in order to get together with the character of Hinata, she would have to become a human Hana's character so that she can meet her. And I'm just thinking, wouldn't it just be easier to just wait your ass for your love to become an angel, and then you meet her in heaven, and then it goes through a situation where Hana's character becomes a human, meets the daughter of Hinata's character, and then somehow Hinata's character also dies, and you have Hana's character die, and then they all go to heaven. I'm just like, yeah, my mind's thinking this would all pretty much ended up being the same end result I was thinking of. But you know what? Fuck it. I thought it fit in pretty well, and it got me some laughs while watching the episode, because the writers did a good job in actually making the play written to make it something that would fit in with little children in this episode. Because had it been written super perfectly, then you'd be like, wait, this wouldn't fit in like a kids play. So I like that too from a story standpoint. It actually made it funnier. And I also like the little parts where you have everyone singing and then for a second Hana doesn't sing, and then she goes back to singing. Those types like stuff like that is pretty funny too. So I gotta give them credit too from a story standpoint because of that. It really made the episode engaging, and it got me laughs. But I gotta respect the way they wrote the story, where it didn't interfere in the way of character development. So gotta give credit to the writing staff for keeping up that balancing act. Animation was by far the best animation of this whole entire series. There were literally multiple sequences where some of the animated sequences actually matched up with the opening a bit when it comes to animation quality. So props to that. Hell, there were some sequences where you could probably piece them out of this episode and put them in some kind of opening, and it'd actually be pretty fitting too, you know? That's how well this episode was well animated. There was good camera angles, there was good directing, everything flowed like jelly. So I loved it from that standpoint. Art was great and on model. There wasn't a single sequence where I thought, oh, this looked like shit. Hell, there wasn't any of that kind of stuff in this whole series. So I'd say overall this series was pretty damn well animated, I gotta say. So, and the voice performances were phenomenal to get to hear the singing. And I have no clue if it was the voice actresses in the show that were doing the singing or if it was someone else completely. I honestly have no idea. But even if it wasn't the actresses themselves, if they got some other actresses to do the singing, they sound like their voices sound like the voice cast. So I gotta give it credit there too from the sound department. Thought the voices were beautiful, and taking all these factors into consideration, I'm gonna rate this episode a 9.25 out of 10. I thought this episode was damn good, and honestly, if season 2 does premiere eventually, I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to come out, but if it does, I'll definitely be checking that out. For sure. I fucking love what I saw. I thought the series overall was pretty good, I've got to say. I liked it. Definitely recommend this show for anyone that just wants to watch a show with some nice comedy. For sure. And yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts on the series. I thought it was pretty damn fine. Recommend it for anyone that wants to see a show with some cuteness and some humor. And obviously, yeah, gotta say, this anime surpassed my expectations. So anyways, guys and gals, comment down your thoughts in the comments section below on what you thought about the episode. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you subscribe for more. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm so hella missed the show. Alright, bye-bye.